Sequence 29. When she pulled up in front of the restaurant, she stepped out of her car, walked inside and up to the hostess stand. "Hello. Welcome. How may I help you?" the man asked. "I'm meeting a Mr. Thomas here." He extended her hand for the lady to follow him and he led her to a table in a private room. It was secluded from the rest of the restaurant, though they were glass panels allowing one to look into the main room. Thomas was rather too busy on his phone to notice her walking in. She cleared her throat and he looked up at her. "Hey," she smiled. He stood up and extended his hand to her. She shook it. He looked at her over, a leisurely raking of his eyes from her head to toes. He dropped his hand. "You are so beautiful." She gave him a warm smile. "Thank you. Please sit down," he said. She accepted the invitation and sat down on the empty seat. He poured her a glass of wine and handed it to her. Then he poured himself a glass, proposed a toast to a fruitful and enjoyable afternoon. They gently clinked glassed and sipped the wine. There was a long silence for a while and then Thomas spoke. "So you asked me to see me," he asked. "You have a business proposition for me?" "Yes," she smiled. "I'm all ears." "So, I just found out we have something in common." "Which is?" "Maddie and Chard's relationship." "Oh." He took a long sip from his wine. "I know you want Maddie to be all yours and I want Chard to be all mine. We can form an alliance and see how best we can separate the lovebirds." "I see. What do you say? How did you find out about me and how do I know I can trust you?" "Just like you. I have my ways." "Wait, you didn't even give me your name when you called." "X. Pardon. You can just call me X. I guess that's not even your real name." "My name isn't important. Can we work together or not?" "I guess we can. So what's the plan?" He asked. "Let's hear what you have in mind first," he said. They spent the next hour talking about how best to separate Maddie and Chard. They put their suggestions together and formed one big plan. "We won't even have to lift a finger," she smiled. "I know with this plan things will just unfold on their own and the two lovebirds will eventually separate. Here's to a successful plan." "Cheers," she smiled. "I am hungry. I think now we can order our food." "Yes. ****. Thank you for treating me to lunch," Maddie said. They were standing by his car and Chard had her hand in his. "You are welcome," he said. "I wish I could spend the whole day with you but duty calls." "I understand, Mr. CEO. You make it seem like it's a bad thing. It's totally a cool thing." She laughed. "Don't play with me, Maddie. My mouth is closed, so I have to get going." "You said that already. I guess you confuse my mind." "Don't start." "Okay, bye." "Bye." He pulled her into an embrace. Before she could go back in, she rested her head against his chest. Chard closed his eyes and relished the feel of her in his arms. They stood in that position for a few minutes. Neither of them wanted to break the hug off. Chard felt peaceful and at home. He'd sworn off women. The only woman he wanted was in his arms. How would he make her believe that what he felt for her was genuine and not a whim? He talked with his mother and siblings about how he felt. They had told him to take things slow with her. They all loved her. They thought she was a charming, sweet woman. Maddie felt secure in his arms and warm in his arms. Her knees felt weak and she felt a fluttery sensation in her stomach. Maddie was beginning to slowly realize that she had a crush on Chard. She pulled away quickly. "I better get going," she said. "You take care of yourself," he said. "I will." He watched her as she hurriedly walked into the premises as if she was being chased. It was obvious that she could feel the connection between them, though she was trying to run away from it. She walked into her office and closed the door behind her. "I need to get a hold of myself," she said to no one in particular. Matty. 𝚙𝚎 called her, startling her. She hadn't even noticed she had someone waiting for her in her office. "I didn't mean to scare you," 𝚙𝚎 said. She took a deep breath. "It's okay, how are you?" "I am fine." Maddie pulled her chair and sat down. "I didn't know you were coming over. I was in town so I thought I'd pass by and invite you for lunch." "Oh my bad. I am just coming back from lunch." Ops. The two had been chatting on WhatsApp the past few days and they were getting along really fine. 𝚙𝚎 had hinted to Maddie she wanted them to be friends. "Maybe next time," 𝚙𝚎 said. "Since you are already here, let me just order pizza. My treat," Maddie said. "Okay." Maddie picked up her phone and ordered pizza. So your husband picked you up for lunch? Zita asked, after Maddie put her phone back on the table. Maddie smiled. Actually, Chard is not my husband, she said. Zita gave her a puzzled look. But I know I said he was my husband. She cut her short before she could finish. My husband, but he is just my friend. I didn't think it was necessary to start explaining at that time, and I didn't think we would be friends. Wow, what? I am surprised. I know, that guy definitely likes you, she said. Why would you say that? I saw how he was looking at you last time. Oh please, I am serious. Well, maybe he likes me. And I know you like him too. Why don't you guys just date? It's complicated, but you like him. Yes, she said shyly. Zita smiled faintly. What was it about? Maddie, that all the men wanted her. Couldn't she just be with Chard and leave Thomas for her? She was going to have to find a way to make Thomas hate her the way she did. ********.